Okay, cool, we should be live. Just make sure the microphone's working and all. Yep. That's fine, that's all working, right? Hello, welcome to another stream. Today we're going to be taking on the Morristown Line and doing some US work. I think we're going to be going into timetable mode, and we're going to start with the Arrow 3, because I like the Arrow 3. Although a lot of these are a little long, but, you know, they're nice commuter services. We'll start at Hoboken, because my computer doesn't really like Hoboken too much. And we'll play as the driver, obviously. Hoboken Terminal, my computers just struggle just with the amount of AI traffic around there. We'll just wait for this to jump in. The moment we get away from the station, the performance really picks up, but it's not the biggest fan of this place. I'll put it that way. Hello again. Hello, train man. Nice of you to join us today. No, that's fine. No worries about it. People have lives. The control plug-in, unlock passenger doors. To drive in this thing today. I did give it a little bit of a watch. I didn't watch all of it. I've been quite busy, but yeah, I gave it a little bit of a watch. It was quite interesting information. That tie set. But yeah, it's going. I'm looking forward to getting this. I've been having a look at the Steam sale. I did pick up the Midland mainline today because it kind of lays onto the Riviera line. Some of the content, and it's one of the routes I didn't own, so I picked that up on the Steam sale. I actually found a bundle. Ah, okay. So yeah, I picked that up on the bundle, and in the Midland Main Line, and also it comes with the bundle I got. It was an old Train World 4 bundle, but it had the railhead treatment train, and also the Class 700 Thames Link. But yeah, as I said, I didn't own the Midlands Main Line, so we picked that up in the Steam sale. That's about it in terms of train sim content anyway. Tate set. Right, let's get doors locked and let's get out of here. Remember, we need to put in the brakes. The brakes should be cut in. Release the brakes. I'm assuming the lights and everything are already set. Put it into switch. I like this. I like the Arrow 3. It reminds me of like an old like subway train, just with the compartment and stuff, and this old controller. Yeah, that's fine. We also have all this traffic here. My computer's not the biggest fan of this area. It is impressive though, the amount of like stationary traffic we just get at this station at Hoboken Terminal, even as I said, if my computer's not the biggest fan of it. Once we get away from here, it enjoys the route a lot more, as I put in the review I did of TSW6. It's actually a little bit smoother in cab than it is outside. At least we get like 30 frames per second nearly in cab. Yeah, so we'll... So this is Morristown, is where we're on today. Bit of the US, bit of New Jersey transport. Once we get away out into New Jersey, this is very much like a metro service. It should take about 50 minutes in total. So lots of quick stops. Yeah, we're already picking up performance now we're away from that area, and it's not having to render all the trains. It certainly gives the car to work out. And we come into the tunnels just here. We actually do have a little bit of temporary speed restriction, it seems, on the map as well. I think they could certainly do the temporary speed restrictions better. Like, they're always, whenever they come up, they just seem to be dead short little snippets. Like there, we've got just a tiny zone of 20, and then we're back to 30. So tiny little bit of service on the brake just to get down to the temporary speed restriction. So it looks like the speed restriction's just going to kick in at the end of this tunnel. And we've got this tiny little section. So just here is where the speed restriction starts. That's literally just to the other side of the bridge. then we should be able to get up to 30. Here we go, we can actually get up to 30 now. I'm just going to say we should be able to get up to 30 in a moment. Back to speed. Now, one thing I've had to do, as I said, enjoy about the Morristown Line, and especially the Arrow, is it is very much a commuter run. Yeah, there's lots of, once we get a little bit away, probably just after Meadows and then Newark, we're then stopping at like every couple of minutes. So it should be lots of passenger stops on this little run here. We also do get some nice scenery as well. I mean, this bridge coming up is pretty impressive. It's very old industrial. I think it's a lift bridge, I believe. Just for ships coming off, coming into New Jersey. Yeah, it looks like a lift bridge to me. Know if it's still ever used or not. We're going to get up to full line speed in a second. We are actually overspeeding a little bit. I went into forward a little too early there. And we got to get down for our first stop. You can see the station just ahead. It looks like we've got a train in the next platform. Now, if you remember, this platform's like super short as well. It's a weird little station, this. Let's get the doors unlocked. But yeah, it's just a strange little station here. It makes me think it's like for staff or something, like train workers. Just being this tiny platform. So we can already lock the doors and get underway. It's a very quick stop. Not hanging around. Yeah, if I remember correctly from the route, there is just past here as we get going, there is quite a big train yard, which makes me think it's like a pickup for staff or something. But there's yard here just because it's such a weird little platform. But yeah, that's that yard I was talking about, and it's like, perhaps it's for that, I don't know. Let's get back in the cab. tiny bit of brake just to get us under the 45. As we go over the crossing. So Newark Broad Street is where we basically then get onto really the stopping services section, and then after there's a stop like every well, literally you can see the next stop from the station pretty much. They come thick and fast once we get through Newark. I believe this part here is where we have the main line, the northeast corridor coming overhead as it heads into Penn Station. And that there is on the northeast corridor, I believe, with the flyover. So you own the New York Trenton route. That part and that flyover is part of that route as well. Of course, if you own New York Trenton, you also get the Azuma layering in. Although I'm yet to see one on the route, but they do apparently layer into this route, the Azumas. In the US high-speed train. And that's a warning to get down to 55. We're already down there, so we can give it a little bit more speed, and then New York Trenton, not New York Trenton, Newark Broad Street is literally just around the corner, really. It's pretty much near where this 30 starts. Yeah, you can see it just coming on now, so a mile away. We're 30 just here for the bridge.
The next station stop is Newark Broad Street. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
And there's Newark Broad Street just coming into view.
stop is Newark Broad Street.
Right, let's get the passengers on. Here next to Newark. It looks like we do have a couple of minutes wait here, so we are running slightly early. And then we get into the quick stopping section once we get out of here. And look at the map. And that's where the Northeast Corridor heads off in that section, and then we're heading out this way to Summit today. So how's everyone Sunday morning? Or evening, depending what time you are at where you are. Or perhaps even afternoon, I guess, if you're over in Oz. With the time difference. Right, doors locked. Brakes off. Wait for the brake pressure to come down. Put the master controller into power 1 and we should be going. Has anyone picked up anything interesting in the Steam sale? As I said, for me, in terms of trains and content, I just picked up the Midlands mainline. I haven't even tried it yet, I only picked it up this morning. But then, we'll be giving that a go at some point. Oh, cleared up to 55. So just going up here, there's this little junction section where we need to get down to 35. I remember this being like quite a complex little junction with services branching off everywhere. And quite a lot of points and stuff around here. Yeah, so we got the flashing yellow, so we need to be slowing down. Or flashing green, rather. The US signals, they do confuse me. Yeah, very complicated. Anyone else find the US signaling system like super complex? With approach and approach medium and different things. Like the UK system's so much easier to understand. Red, yellow, green. But this is what we're getting down for, this little branch off here. And these points. Now, as soon as we get round it, we can start putting in some speed. And back up to 60. Although it's not far until we need to get down again. So there's no point even getting all the way up to 60 because we're going to be braking literally just here. We can slowly brake for the station, which is just like a few thousand feet away.
The next station stop is East Orange. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
Slowly cruise it into Orange here. Now I said we're here at East Orange and you could already see where the next station stop is. Like, literally a few thousand meters up the track, not even a few thousand meters, probably like 1,000 meters away. It's the next stop, and it's like this for the next little bit as well, this route. Where as soon as you start, you're stopping again. It's good fun though, especially if you like commuter services. Yeah, it says 3,000 feet is what it reckons the distance. Between this platform and the next platform. Well, just as we're going out on our way to Brickchurch, let's give everyone a shout out for watching the stream. And of course, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you click the like button, let me know you're enjoying it, leave a comment, and don't forget to give us a sub as well, because I do regularly stream trains and content, and also soon enough we'll have some stream content coming up as well. Seafarer comes out this week. I'm very much looking forward to that. I've watched a bit of it and it looks really good. So from all the little bits of previews for people who got their hands on the game early, Seafarer looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to doing some like freight shipping and stuff. I'll be getting that. Comes out Tuesday, Seafarer. I'll be getting that Tuesday, probably streaming it Wednesday. I'll get to probably won't stream it on Tuesday because I'm normally at poker. But Wednesday will be streaming Seafarer. It was something different as well. Is there any other simulator games anyone else is looking forward to?
The next station stop is Orange. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
As I said, this section's very much commuter rail.
This station stop is Orange.
Did it read me pressing the button then? When I pressed it to open the doors, took a drink, and it didn't read it. But we're back underway now. I will be in a second. Oh, in fact, we actually have a little bit of a stop here before we can go. Take a little look outside here at Orange. We're in the 4-car Arrow today. There is a longer variant as well. I think there is a 9-car. Get the brakes off once more. Give it some juice, and again another quick stop, just 3,000 meters basically. 3,000 feet rather. 3,000 meters, that'd be a bit of a longer distance. Until we're stopped again. But yeah, talking about the future, Seafarer, I am excited for that game. I've only found out about it recently, and I've been watching like the preview streams and then some of the other people who've got their hands on it, early access from the developer. And it looks so good. I know it's going to be an early access game, so might not be fully there, but I'll have everything.
When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
Have everything right away in terms of content, but it still should be fun. It still seems very detailed in the stuff that it does have in the game. And the fact you can walk around your boats and go in the engine room and stuff, that's fun. So yeah, it's probably going to be the best ship sim we're going to get for a while.
This station stop is Highland Avenue.
And then we should have some more Train Sim World content coming up. I think the what do you call it? The roadmap stream for Train Sim World, isn't that this Thursday, or has it been postponed? The roadmap. I'm pretty sure I saw that the roadmap stream was coming out anyway, so that should give us a bit more information. Probably a bit more of an indication as well as to when Birmingham Crew is going to be released. She's probably one of the most new TSW things. I say new, we only literally got the game like 2 weeks ago. But probably one of the most routes people are already looking forward to for the life cycle of TSW6. I know I'm very excited for Birmingham Crew and the main line. Some more West Coast main line going. Bigger chance to use the Voyager, more Pendolino services.
Please watch the gap.
So hopefully when we do get the roadmap, we will get a little bit more information on that. I'm also quite looking forward to New York. New York, what's it, Stamford, is it? Again, a bit more of the Northeast Corridor, and we'll also get to do some US freight operations, and I do like my US freight operations. I know not a lot of people enjoy freight, but it is local freight delivery. Oh, we are on a wait here. Be quite nice to get one of them US freight trains. It's been a while since we've had a actual US freight route released into the game, so having freight feature on something will be fun. So I'm hoping when we do get the roadmap, we get a bit more information about that as well.
The next station stop is South Orange. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
So you said we'll get into a section where we get loads of stops, like, relatively quickly.
This station stop is South Orange.
It is fun, this little section. I'm not very good at driving it, but it is fun. Although we are actually running ahead of time at the moment, so that's nice. I think the Arrow is just a fun little train, to be fair. It's different. Now I think we're starting to get a bit further out now, so the stops become a bit few and far between. Again, as we get away from Orange. Well, if you go up forward on this route past Summit, where we're going to be stopping, it then really becomes like countrified and the sticks and little towns. If you're driving the other train on the route, the more express service. So you do get a variety with the route.
The next station stop is Maplewood. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
in terms of what type of services you want to be doing. Because not everyone enjoys these quick stopping services. But yeah, so it does vary in terms of content and stuff. And we're going to overshoot the stop marker a little bit here. It's fine, we're still safely on the platform though, even though we've gone past the stop marker a little bit. I don't think we're too far away from the end of the run for this first little run on the route today. Can't remember how many stops we have left. I think it might be Millburn and that's it. And then one stop afterwards, but we're getting towards the end of this first little run. Then we'll have a look and see what else we can do today. Probably pick a different bit of a service. Or maybe find something going into Penn Station in a moment.
The next station stop is Millburn. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
Yeah, there's a little this little junction here just at Millburn Station. As we go down to 2 lines. And slowly crawl in. Like I said, I think there might be one more stop after this. One or two anyway, if we're not at the last stop already. I know we kind of go into like a little bit of a bay platform type thing. Once we go off the main line, Short Hills. Okay, yeah, so we've got 2 stops then, because the stop we finish on is Summit. So I think it must be Short Hills and then Summit. It's hard to keep track of sometimes. Once we're done here, we'll head over to, I think we'll do a Dover service. Potentially Dover into New York Penn. So we get to see the other bits of the route and the other side of the route. And get a bit of a faster train as well, with not as many stops.
The next station stop is Short Hills. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
The US stuff is certainly different from, say, your British commuter.
This station stop is Short Hills.
But yeah, I think next, what we're going to do next is find one of the routes that starts in Dover and drive the other train that comes with it. So we'll start at Dover and come back down the line. And as I said, you get to see the section we're not going to cover on this run. Yeah, so Summit is the last stop, or should be the last stop on this run. Just as the rain starts. And get the wipers on. Autumn day here. Let me cover a little bit more distance, a little further away to get into Summit. Let's take the power off. We are battling a hill, so we're going to slow down just by not having the power on the reverser. I've just got this 45 section coming up, and this is where we basically approach the station. I'll need to slow down for whichever little the little platform we get off, we're going to off the main line. I don't know if it is a fully bay platform or whether it's leads somewhere else, but we basically have to go over these junctions to get into it. The stop at the top of a reasonable hill as well. It's 1.5% grade, so it's not insignificant for a train. And this is the summit pretty much here.
The next station stop is Summit. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
Oh, looks like we're actually staying on the main line. We're not getting pulled over. Normally we switch tracks here and go to the other side. I was expecting that, but seems like we're stopping on the main line. I was expecting us to have a stop over there. I am pretty sure this is still the last stop though. It's not going to have us go anywhere else. We do have a red light just ahead at the end of the platform.
This station stop is Summit.
Bit of a surprise it's had to stop here, but yeah, it was the end of it. So we did get a gold medal out of it. We're now level 7 on the Morristown Line. Level 49 overall, so we're about to level up. And a level 6 with the Arrow. We'll head back to main menu, we'll pick another service. Again, if you're enjoying the stream today, make sure you click the like button and give me a sub. I do regularly stream Trains and World content. Also looking to bring out some new stuff as well, new games to the channel in the future. For simulation stuff, so we won't just be train sim. We do have flight sim content and also ship sim content coming out. So hopefully you'll find something that you do like there, outside of the little trains. I think what we're going to do is jump into one of the ALPs, let me pronounce it correctly. We'll take the LLP on the Morristown Line. I'd like something from Dover. Got New York Penn to Dover. It is an hour and a half, so it will be a long one. Again, Dover to New York Penn, an hour and a half, so we'll be done about 12:30. The only thing with this route is a lot of these are quite long services. But we'll do this one. We'll turn off dynamic weather and just keep it clear. And we'll get started here. So we're doing an hour and a half. We'll probably end the stream after this run, just because it's going to take so long to get there. And that'll be a 12:30 finish. Which side's the platform? Is it that side? It's that side, right? Yeah, it's that side. A cab car next to us. The door should be open. Make sure the brakes are cut in. Get the passengers loaded. We are on the 45. We do have the speed limit in the cab as well, which is nice on this train. It's a little bit different, a little bit more modern than the one we were just driving. I say modern, it does have this weird brake system, which I've still don't quite understand. In terms of how the braking works and all that. Right, should be able to get going in a minute and make our way to New York. I know we have an independent brake on here. I'm just going to check something in terms of controls. Controls, gamepad controls. Okay, that's how I switch brakes. Independent brake, automatic brake. Okay, cool. Doors are locked, brakes come off. We'll put her in forward. Give her some juice on the power. We should be going. I was reading somewhere about this train is you're supposed to use the independent brake and the automatic brake. And that's why a lot of people have issues with it. I was just checking how you switch between the two on a control pad. Still, its performance is much better on this side of the route than it is down at the Hoboken end. Just as we're getting going, one more shout out as well. Remember, we do train sim streams weekly on Sunday morning. So if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you firstly like the stream, but give us a sub as well, as you'll probably find regular streams as well as other train sim related content. Just 3 miles to go until our first stop at Denville. See, I always brake too heavy with this train when we go into like laps. And I can't get the hang of the braking on this thing. I only wanted to get down to 50, we ended up getting down to 40 just because it brakes so heavily. There probably is an art to it, I've just not quite got the hang of it yet. So if anyone has any braking tips as to how you're supposed to use the brakes in this thing, do let me know. Because I always just brake way too heavily with this trade. With the Arrow, I can at least, when we're on the Arrow III, I can at least get it to slow down correctly. Here, no, I'm just useless when it comes to braking. Which is a shame, really, as well. Because I would like to use this train more. It's a good train. This, of course, is one of the DLC trains. This is the dual power version of the ALP. Let me get it right. So this is the dual power version that can switch between electric and diesel operations. There is just a purely electric version that does come with the standard Morristown line. To be fair, the dual power section's probably a little underused, really, as there isn't actually an area on this route where we switch between diesel and electric, although it can do that. If the line continued past Dover, then it would go to fully diesel. But for our purposes, we don't really use the dual power section, but it is there if you wanted to. So first stop is just coming up in a moment.
The next station stop is Denville. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
Denville is just basically at this junction here. Just where our pal is coming from. Be careful about braking because I'm so bad at braking on this train. Make sure we actually get into the platform. It's not the best stop. It's not the best for stopping. We kind of stopped over the level crossing, but it counts. It's good enough to let passengers on anyway, so it'll do. We do have a few minute wait here and then we get going again. I'm not sure how many stops we have on this run into Penn. kind of blocking the junction behind us as well with where we stopped. I'm assuming we're meant to be off the junction. It's a hazard of driving a train, I guess. So yeah, I do really enjoy these Sunday morning streams. They are quite nice just to chill out for a couple of hours on a Sunday, play some train sim, chat with all you guys. Learn some stuff about trains as well. Obviously we learned a lot about Australia last week. So next station is 4 miles and Morris. Probably where the line gets its name from. Just waiting for the brakes to release. You can see it on there, brake cylinder coming down, brake pipe coming up. The power's on and we're moving. So we are going to be doing this run all the way into New York Penn Station, so I don't know exactly how many stops we're going to have. Probably not as many stops as we did on the Arrow, which we were driving just beforehand. But yeah, we're a much bigger unit this time. Full engine. Through these little New Jersey towns and villages. This is pretty much the full run of the line, so if you've never done the full run since Morristown Line comes out, this is a full run from Dover right the way to Penn. Do you need to keep the brakes in service, or do you need to get down for a 40 just coming up? Just across this crossing. And if you are joining the stream for the first time, or you do like regular train sim streams, as I said, we do stream regularly. All our streams are saved on demand as well. So if you ever do miss a stream on a Sunday morning, I know people are busy, you can always come back and watch it in the future. I know Train Sim World themselves are actually streaming this morning, so I imagine quite a lot of people are going to be watching that. In terms of, I think Matt Pedalson's streaming. I just saw it popped up, so I know quite a few people probably be watching Matt on the official TSW channel. However, if you do ever miss one of my streams, or you're busy, or there's something else on, they are all kept on demand as well, so you can come back and watch it at any time that's convenient for yourself. There is a playlist now that I've made of all the streams, so they should just autoplay. So you can always find content if you want to on the channel. I do need to say though, next week there's not going to be a stream because I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be watching Manchester Half Marathon next week. So, there won't be a Sunday morning stream next week, unfortunately. I will try and get a video out, though, Sunday morning, for people who enjoy watching. I'll probably record a video on the Saturday. I'm releasing it Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, where we'd normally be going live, with a live stream in its place. So you'll still have contents next Sunday, it just won't be in the live stream format. I'll be very much looking forward to watching the marathon, which I'm looking forward to. I know a few people who are doing a Manchester Half Marathon as well. I'm not doing it. It is something I do want to do at some point. I am tempted to enter next year. I mean, I've done 10k races already. I've done quite a few 10k races this year. I've done 3. But yeah, I'd like to step it up to a half marathon.
The next station stop is Morris Plains. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
But as I said, there will still be some content for you to enjoy next week, even though it won't be a live stream. I'll make sure there's a video released and scheduled for Sunday morning. And that should fill the gap quite nicely for content for you guys. I need to find one thing I do need to do is find tutorials to how you're supposed to actually brake in this train, because I am so bad at it. This is why I wasn't going to. This is why I wasn't going to do this route today. Embarrass myself on the stream by not being able to brake. But it's fine for you guys. We'll survive. So next up is Morristown. We'll have a look at the map here. Just on the end, and then we're not far from the section we've just done in the Arrow. When we get to Morristown, we're not far from the section we ran firstly. Again, the full run's supposed to take an hour and a half, the full run down the line, which we're doing. We're already about 20 minutes into the run. We started at just after 11, so we should be there for about 12:30 UK time. But while we're getting going, again, but I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that is watching the stream and has been supporting the live streams. We've done quite a few recently, just with the release of Train Sim World 6 and this route and the Riviera line. Obviously, last week we've had quite a few streams coming out. We'll be getting out some more videos soon as well. We just recently released the full Train Sim World 6 review you can find on the channel. And you're thinking about picking up the game, want to know whether it's worth it or not, there's a full review. That video's done really well, actually. Despite the hiccup with the audio on it. And yeah, come this Wednesday, we'll be streaming Seafarer for the ship sim for the first time. Come Wednesday, that comes out on Tuesday. I'll be picking that game up. Super excited for that. And we'll have some Seafarer videos coming to the channel as well, so there'll be a mixture of content soon. Just outside of the train sim stuff. And TSW stuff won't be slowing down. Obviously we have the routes coming out. We have the first route coming out for TSW6 is Birmingham Crew. So as soon as that comes out, we'll be doing some content on that, and of course live streams on Birmingham Crew as soon as that gets released, which I imagine will be in the it may even be next month, I'd assume. It was on the 0 to 3 months on the roadmap, so I don't think it'll be too far away, Birmingham Crew. I don't think it will come out this month with I mean, it could do. I think this month would be a little early for...
The next station stop is Morristown. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
I think this month will probably be a little too early for a DLC release. But we know Birmingham Crew is going to be relatively soon. I assume it'll be probably middle of November for Birmingham Crew. And of course, as soon as that comes out, I'll be bringing that to the channel. One of the routes I'm super excited for. Although we may get surprised on the roadmap. I believe the roadmap stream is this Thursday, I think. I probably won't watch the roadmap live, but I will be catching up afterwards, and we'll see if there's any new announcements or anything TSW wise. So there's always going to be a lot coming to the channel. So this is Morristown, where the line gets its name from. I think we did better there with the braking.
This station stop is Morristown.
I think we did do better with the braking there. We are running quite far behind. Brakes coming off. We should start getting some power in soon. Oh, there we go. Took a moment for the brakes to release there. I assume once we get to this section and join basically where Summit is, we'll then start getting less stops, as that's when the Arrow takes over in terms of the commuter services, and then we'll probably be going a lot more express. We are running slightly behind time on the schedule as well, so we're supposed to be at a convent now, essentially, and we're still a few thousand feet away from it. Which is good, actually, because we may get delayed and stuff, and get some timetable delays if we're running behind on our service. Obviously, the random events is one of the big features of Trains from Mod 6, and signal delays and stuff like that, so, and being able to be pathed behind delayed services or miss your spot and have to follow other services in, so that could be quite good going into New York and going into New York Penn when we get there. Let's take the power off. So 5,000 feet, so we'll start servicing the brake a little bit. Because we do have to join the main line, and then we have to join the Northeast Corridor as well. And Northeast Corridor is obviously very busy in terms of track and in terms of services.
The next station stop is Convent Station. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
Convent Station is just here. Let it glide into the platform. We are going slightly downhill, so just glide to the end of the platform and then put the full brake on. Ever so slightly overshot with the engine, but it's fine. All the passengers' cars will be on there.
Station stop is Convent Station.
Get the right doors unlocked. Only ever so slightly overshot the engine, so that's fine. Release the brakes. Brake pipes coming up. Wait for the power to start coming up. There we go, power's coming up, brakes are off, we should start moving in a second. And there we go. So just a couple of miles until Madison, next stop along the line. Again, we are pretty much going to be running late all the way into Penn now. And it's just how it's going to be. Yeah, I cleared up to 70, but there's no point going that high considering we do have to stop in a moment. A bit weird. Fence just popping in as we're going over the road there. A bit weird. We'll put that down to a bug.
The next station stop is Madison. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
Very US town name, Madison, isn't it? City Skylines used to name areas Madison all the time. It was just like one of the default names. Oh, we undershot that by a load. Hope we can keep it moving. No.
This station stop is Madison.
That was a terrible break in there. Oh, absolutely terrible, the braking on that one. I think we're just falling further behind with our timetable. But that's fine, we'll hopefully do a bit better when we get to, further down. I'm sure the stops are going to become less and less once we get out of this little section. Because like for Orange and all the stations around there, they'll probably be served by the Arrow, so I don't think we'll be doing that service. But yeah, we should have been there like 2 minutes ago. So yeah, I'm running slightly behind on the timetable at the moment. Yeah, we're limited to 45, so we may even be following something already. Obviously, the in-cab signalling's putting us at 45. So we're likely already following a service that's been scheduled ahead of us just because we're running late. Which isn't going to help us catch up any time, really. When we stop at the station, we'll have a little look out.
The next station stop is Chatham. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
Actually, stopping at Chatham may give it time for whatever service we're behind now to get ahead of us a little bit. Although that said, the in-cab speed limit's just gone down to 30. And 20.
This station stop is Chatham.
I don't see anything on the line. Speed limit has gone up now to 55, so... Which is actually the line speed in a moment anyway, 55. Once we get off by Chatham. This is the part though we may struggle because we're getting into Arrow territory. And if we are stuck behind a service, they stop very frequently, so we might be struggling here. We'll see what happens anyway when we get there. We are back to line speed, so that's hopefully a good thing. Hopefully means we're no longer going to be limited. And this is where we basically join the section of track that we did on our first run. Just past Summit, so... we should be joining that section of track relatively shortly. And hopefully it's just a nice run into New York Penn from here. Be nice if we can try and claw some of the time back, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that, unfortunately. We can get some longer sections, maybe, though. I think this is a section now we've joined and we're just coming up to Summit, where this 45 is. Here's the go-by just before Summit Station.
Summit.
Oh, we're actually stopping at Summit.
Please watch the gap.
We are actually stopping here. Didn't think we were actually going to be stopping here, because since it just gave me a go-by, but until the announcement came on.
This station stop is Summit.
So yeah, that was a bit of a surprise, that. Didn't think we were going to be stopping at Summit, but we're still 4 minutes behind. So we got short hills as well, so maybe we're going to do all the stops in that case. If we've got short hills, I hope we're not going to be stopping at every single stop. Between here and Penn, that's going to take us a little while. I actually thought we'd be more express, considering this is the section the Arrow does. I mean, I get the feeling this isn't really set up for that style of service, that style of commuter service. Trying to hold the train going down this hill. Using the dynamic brakes. So we do just have another station, Short Hills, coming up in a few thousand feet just after the next signal block, basically.
The next station stop is Short Hills. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
One thing I always thought with this game is it should tell you before you pick a service on timetable mode where you're stopping, so you can decide, you know, what services you want to do.
This station stop is Short Hills.
Yeah, looks like we're doing all the stations. Surely it's not going to have us do the stations that are like only a few thousand feet apart, right? Like when we get to Orange and everything, it's surely not going to make us do all of them stations. Maybe this is the reason they said this timetable service took like an hour and a half. It's having to stop everywhere.
The next station stop is Milburn. When leaving the train, please watch
Well,
the
it's
gap.
fun anyway. I think that time gap for a delay is getting further and further. Maplewood, okay, so we are getting a few more distant stops now. I think the line opens up here as well a little bit. Again, though, we're pretty much 5 minutes behind getting into Maplewood. It's a good thing it doesn't score you too much on staying on time, because I'd be getting wrecked right now if this was a Train Sim Classic in terms of points. Just for running so late. It's actually cleared us in the cab up to 60, so on speed limits. We're not going to get there because we need to stop again relatively soon, but it has cleared us all the way up to 60.
The next station stop is Maplewood. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
So Maplewood ends the section where we get a lot of stops, so I'm imagining most of this will be express through here.
stop is
Right.
Maplewood.
So we should be arriving in about half an hour into New York Penn. Next station along the way is going to be South Orange. So I feel like we are going to do in every single station then. If we're doing South Orange. Pretty much a full run down the line. We have opened up to 4 tracks here though, so we might do a little bit better. Yeah, I thought we opened up to 4 tracks, we're back to 3 tracks.
The next station stop is South Orange. When leaving the train, please watch the gap. This station stop is South Orange.
Still running behind on the service. It's going to be difficult now for us to catch up to time, but plus it's built into the timetable somewhere. Good news is we're not doing all of these stations, we are just going straight through to Orange. I mean, there isn't really a reason for us to do every single station here because we have so many stops. Yeah, this is what the Arrow 3 is designed to do, is these little metro stops. So we've got a couple of miles before we're due to stop next. You can put the throttle down as well and get some pace up. I imagine we'll probably do Orange, East Orange, and then Newark.
The next station stop is Orange. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
So here we are at Orange. Give it a tiny bit of power just to get to the end of the platform.
This station stop is Orange.
Next station, Brickchurch. If we're looking at the route though, Brickchurch is there. This is where we join the northeast corridor. Not too far away from that. It'd be nice to see some traffic around Penn Station, and I'd like to see the Acela. I've not seen it yet. I've done a few runs on this route and I've not seen it in Penn Station or on the main line, so hopefully we do get to see that today. That'd be nice. Load up New York Trenton.
The next station stop is Brickchurch. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
So this is Brickchurch. We're a little short on the platform from where it wants us to stop, but it should be fine. Get the doors unlocked. Have an arrow over there, I believe. Yeah, that's an arrow coming in. For us, we have Newark Broad Street, and then we're going to hop onto the Northeast Corridor, I believe. Obviously, if we continue on from Newark Broad Street, we'd get into Hoboken, where we came from originally on the Arrow 3 run we did to start with. For us, though, this time we're going the other way and under the river. Obviously, Hoboken Terminal basically ends on the banks of the river. in New Jersey, and we're hopping under it. Got a few more of these little stations we have to go through first, though. I can't remember which ones this is. This might be this might be East Orange. Or some station like that. Whatever it is, though, it's not for us today. Now we do have this little section here where we have to get down to 35. Just because of the junctions coming off the main line we're on. So we'll just pop the brake into service. Let the speed come down a little bit. And just use the dynamic brake to try and keep us around here. If we're not slow enough with the dynamic brake, we'll pop ourselves back into service for a moment. Which we might have to do, because the 35 is just basically where this bend is. Although we are at 36 now, so we might be okay. We'll just service it for a second on the brake. That's the reason for the 35, is that junction there coming off. The in-cab signalling's saying we can go up to 45, but the game still has us at 35. Now the in-cab signalling's giving us the 55. Sometimes I don't know what to follow, the in-game signalling or the in-cab signalling on these US routes, because they don't always match. In terms of speed and stuff. See the station just ahead of us.
The next station stop is Newark Broad Street. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
Oh, we're going to brake way too soon unless we put the power on. No, don't stop.
This station stop is
That was terrible.
Newark Broad Street.
I was trying to put the power on. I've said I'm really bad at braking on this train. I was trying to put the power on so we could just kind of cruise to the end of the platform, but we stopped way short there. So this is go via as indicated, so this is going to be probably us joining the main line and joining the northeast corridor. Sometimes I do wish you could have it be a bit more precise with the braking, and not have it just automatically accept you stopped at a station if you do stop early like that. Like, clearly that's not where I wanted to stop the train, but the game took it as that's where we were stopping. Just because it was in the yellow marker box. Well, so we are getting now towards New York Penn Station. I just want to say thank you everyone who's joined the stream today, and remember, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to click the like button. Let's get the likes out, it just get more eyes on the stream, more people watching. And also, if you do enjoy this type of content, do also give me a subscribe as well, as there's a lot more of this and other types of content to come on the channel, including we do weekly streams. So normally it's every Sunday morning, 10 o'clock UK time. So when we jump on stream, and we normally stream for a couple of hours. Today we're going to be 2.5 hours. That's pretty much more or less every Sunday, although I do want to paraphrase that with next Sunday I am going to be off, as I am going to be watching Manchester Half Marathon. So there isn't going to be a stream this Sunday. However, there will be a video released at 10 o'clock UK time, same time as we will be going live for the stream, which you'll be able to enjoy instead. So we do have a red light ahead. It's giving us 30 in the cab, so I think we're waiting for the lights to change. We might have been waiting for another service on the probably this service actually. It's just coming up here. Is probably what we were waiting for on the red light. I assume we have to switch tracks to get onto the northeast corridor. Here's our go via. We are limited to 45 at the moment on the in-cab speed, just for these junctions that are coming up. There's one of the trains on the northeast corridor. Just coming over now. I remember doing New York Trenton for the first time and coming over this section and not knowing what it was. Obviously not too familiar with the US Transit. Here we are, taking this line to lead up. I actually have a yellow and a red right after, so I'm a bit wary I'm going to spad in a moment. I don't know why there's a yellow following a red right away. Looks like we are going to be stopped here for a moment. We are running late on the service, so we're probably waiting for something to come past. See if we see anything on the main line. Yeah, I'll be the service just coming up here. We hop out a cab. What we're being stopped for. The Amtrak service is being routed ahead of us. Bloody Amtraks. Always taking priority. Now it's our fault, we are running late. In a moment, it should clear the block and we should be given the light to proceed. Probably proceed at caution. There we go. Try and hold the brakes a little bit. And we are on a hill here where this junction is, so... Fully release the brakes now, and then hopefully we should start getting speed coming up. There we go, we're going forward now. That New Jersey Transit's turn to wait for us. This is quite a little fun section though. We're getting a little bit of traffic coming into New York Penn, which is what you want really. Although I don't think the train appreciates being stopped on... That is having got stopped at a red light on a hill. Quite a big hill as well, 2% grade. It's finally finding its legs though and its speed, so we are going up there. Again, we were delayed just because I'm not very good at driving this train. I'm not going to lie on this one. So that's put us behind slightly in terms of the timetabling, I guess. So it makes sense that we've been stopped and routed for slower traffic, further traffic. I do have to stop at Syracuse Junction. So you may get stuck again here. We might get stuck again here in a moment. We'll have to see what happens. A few thousand feet potentially held for more traffic. Is Syracuse Junction a station? I'm assuming this must be a station. So this must be the last station then before Penn, I'm assuming.
The next station stop is Secaucus. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
Okay. So I guess it's Secaucus how it's pronounced. Looks like it's quite a big station. I think just past here, past Secaucus, then we then go into the tunnels leading into New York.
This station stop is Secaucus.
Majorly delayed. We should have been here 6 minutes ago. Obviously being stuck waiting for traffic. Getting onto the Northeast Corridor didn't help in that respect. Also, my bad driving didn't help either, but we'll ignore that little fact. But yeah, we should be coming into New York Penn soon. New York Penn's the next station. So for everyone watching, how you all finding Train Sim World 6? Have you been enjoying it since it got its official release? Have you found the new routes enjoyable? I've not really played too much of the German route yet, despite it featuring majorly in my review. It is pretty, the German route. But that's probably the one I've played the least amount of. Riviera is definitely the one I've played the most of, and this is kind of in between. Morristown Line. They're all good though. I know there's a few bugs and stuff with the new TSW. And there's things that could be improved, like I think temporary speed restriction could be improved, maybe linked into weather and things like that. But overall, I'd say it's probably one of the better Train Sim World releases. As I do say in my review, if you've not gone and watched that yet, do give that a look on the channel. Also, I have reviews of other routes and DLCs for Train Sim World as well. If you're thinking about picking anything up, go have a look, and you can find reviews of Manchester Airport Commuter, the Class 86, and the Boston route. As well as Train Sim VR as well. We also have a review of that on the channel. We are cleared on the signalling up to 90, even though it only says 60 on the... oh, it's gone to 90 now on the game as well. I was going to say that only had me at 60, but... We are cleared, I think, as we turn around to head into the tunnels around this bend. And we enter the tunnel portal. We'll see what we get score-wise for this, because I don't think I've drove it particularly well. Obviously, we're miles behind. Here's the tunnel entrances. Just service the brake a little bit. Next 2 miles is under the river, under Newark. Get the lights on. That's a bit better, we can see properly now. Now we're trying not to spad. I've done that before on a live stream. I did a 2-hour stream of Sherman Hill. And basically right at the end we spadded. Just because we couldn't, the weight of the train, we just couldn't stop coming into Cheyenne. So we'll try not to do that as we get down here. We do have a load of cautions coming up. And we see it as we're reducing speed. We're coming to the bottom of the tunnel now. It starts to flatten out here. Soon enough, once we get New York, I keep wanting to say New Haven, it's not only going Stamford. Soon enough, once we get New York Stamford, we'll have the other section of this as well. And if you do like Northeast Corridor stuff for the US, you'll be able to go New York, Trenton to Stamford, essentially. And go out the tunnels the other way. Of course, we do have Sunnyside Yard in the game, so you can go do a little bit of that already outside of New York Penn, going through the other tunnels. We'll just crawl it. We've got the 15 coming up in a moment. And then we're at our final destination of the day. Then we'll see what score it decides to give us. .15 markers just ahead. A couple mini signals. We get into the 15. Right where it looks like it's not rendered correctly. Looks like there's a bit of a graphical glitch there with the tunnels. Oh, I think it's loading in now. This is probably where it opens up. I did this when I was doing an Arrow service into New York Penn as well, where it just didn't. It had a load of graphic issues with the scenery and stuff being underground. So the only time I've seen it as well is here at New York Penn. Like it just hasn't quite loaded in the scenery.
The next station stop is New York Penn Station. When leaving the train, please watch the gap.
That looks... Is that an Acela? That looks like it might be an Acela. I was saying I've not seen any layered into the route yet, but I know they do layer in. It looks like there's one over there. As we just get more of the scenery in the tunnels popping. We're heading this way, it seems. It was over there, the Acela. If it was one. Keep an eye on the speed there, and we're getting a bit... Very busy New York Penn, lots of services, lots of Amtrak's and New Jersey transport. We're just here in this bay platform though.
Stop is New York Penn Station.
And here we are, New York Penn Station. Let's see what it gives us in terms of score, considering how badly we drove that and how late we were on the service. Yeah, we still got a gold medal out of it. That's what I'll do. We're going to get to level 8 on the route. We're not going to quite get to level 8 on the route. We're level 5 on that train. But yeah, no, I was so far behind on... in terms of stops. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. If you have enjoyed today's stream, again, give it a like. We do regularly stream train symbol content. We tend to stream every Sunday. However, I will preface that there isn't stream next week because I'm watching Manchester Half Marathon. However, there will be a video released in its place. Also, we have other content coming to the channel soon as well. We have Seafarer the Ship Sim. That's going to be coming to the channel as once that's released. We'll be doing a stream of that, I believe, on Wednesday, having a first look at that game. So if you do enjoy simulator content, train sim world content, do give me a like, do give me a subscribe. I'm sure you'll find something you like on the channel. For today, though, thank you all for watching and have a good one.